Hello, and welcome to what we hope will be one of the most relaxing and enjoyable holidays you've ever had. This video, the boat manual, and the practical tuition you'll receive from Canal Time staff will help you get the best out of your Canal Time holiday. It's important to watch this video, and if appropriate those that follow, all the way through. But your tapes will remain with you all week in case you need to refresh your memory. So why not put the kettle on, sit down and relax, and take a look now. Just before we go below, there's something else I'd like you to know. This is our second generation design for our fleet of narrowboats. The first generation was very well received, but we've listened to the observations and suggestions from people like yourselves and added some ideas and improvements of our own and come up with this new design. The lights throughout the boat are operated from these wall switches. You can turn them on and off here and over there. They also operate individually, which means that you can leave just one on when you go out at night for security. It saves battery power and also means that you don't have to fumble around in the dark when you return. On the left here is the wet cupboard. It's ideal for storing any coats or perhaps empty suitcases or bags. Over here also is the handy step locker, just inside the rear door. Over here is the TV and video. Also the hi-fi equipment, where the music's piped all the way through the boat. Where I'm standing is where the sleeping berth is pulled out if you need the extra bed. Simply pull these handles out, rearrange the cushions, and hey presto, you've got another bed. This is where you'll find the bed linen stored for the lounge bed. The sockets in the floor here are used when putting up the table. Remember that we saw the table legs safely stowed in the wet cupboard. Well, this is how it fits into place. And you'll be able to get 6 people round the table and get past it whilst it's erect. Now let's take a look at the galley. The galley is well equipped and spacious compared with those you'll find on a traditional narrowboat. It has a cooker with oven, grill and hob. To light the hob, press the button down and fire the red ignition switch. Hold the switch down for a few moments, releasing. If the igniters should fail for any reason, matches are provided. So you can light the burners using those. There's also a handy extractor fan to remove all those delicious but persistent breakfast smells. There's a full set of cutlery, crockery and glassware, and a fridge with a small freezer compartment. There's also a microwave oven. This breakfast bar provides an ideal alternative to putting up the table I showed you previously. It also doubles as a work surface or a food preparation area. Now let's go and have a look at the rest of the boat. If you have a 6-berth boat like this one, you will have beyond the galley a small toilet, and 2 additional beds either side of this central corridor. Each of these beds are slightly smaller than normal, but they still provide a good night's sleep. Above the beds are individual cupboards, and beneath them there are more drawers for storage, inside which you'll find additional bed linen. Each bed also has these individual reading lights, operated from this switch. Of course, on a 4-berth boat, this whole section is omitted, But beyond this section, both boats are identical. There's a sit-down bath and shower with a standard hot and cold mixer tap. The pump switch is on the wall here. You will need to keep your finger on the switch in order to empty the shower tray. It will switch itself off if you release your finger. The toilet is a flush toilet, operated like this. We are happy to help with almost anything, but I should warn you that if you block the toilet and request assistance from the call-out engineer, a charge may be levied if the fault is your own. Just around the corner from the bathroom is this forward bedroom with this huge king-size bed, very comfortable. Over here is the wardrobe. It contains hangers, spare blankets and pillows. We've got a small dressing table here with a stool beneath, and here also is the mobile phone. Make sure you keep that charged at all times.
Many of our boats now have new gas boilers for hot water and heating purposes. Your friendly trainer will advise you accordingly.
Before we go on deck, a word or two about condensation and ventilation. There are extractors and ventilators throughout the boat, but condensation can become a problem in cold weather when you tend to have the heating on and the doors shut. Remember, an adult can produce a pint of water a day just by breathing. I don't recommend you stop doing that, of course. That water will find its way into the fabric of the boat, into the linen and into your clothes, making them disagreeably damp. That just about covers the internals. Let's go up on deck and take a look outside. This is the tunnel light. It's there to enable to see where you're going in the occasional tunnels that you may encounter. Night cruising, by the way, is a definite no-no. Never attempt it. This well deck, incidentally, offers space for 2 people to sit out and read, or simply watch the world go by. It goes without saying that you mustn't smoke in this area for obvious reasons, or have any kind of naked flame like a barbecue. All the newer boats have these handy centre mounts, which means that you can use the fenders on either side of the boat. The fenders are expensive, so treat them with care, because you may be asked to pay for any that you've lost. Your TV aerial is permanently fixed to the top of the boat and will automatically hunt for the best signal. Reception is not always good on the canal, however, and if you find this to be the case, try a few hundred yards further on. It can often make all the difference. To conserve power, never leave the heater on. Just leave one light and maybe the radio on for security. If you're just staying in the marina, you've now seen all you need to know, and probably a bit more besides, so your visual instruction is complete. If however you've elected to cruise, you will need to know a little bit more, and of course undertake the practical tuition with one of our experienced boatmen. If you are going to cruise, you'll need to watch the second part of the video, which follows this one, along with the British Waterways video, The Waterways Code. These will not take long, but each, in their turn, will help prepare you for the adventure ahead. Have a happy holiday afloat.